Alright, hi people, it's Scsigs here, and I'm here to do an unboxing and review for you guys of Spider-Man No Way Home, new red and blue suit. Some people call it the final swing suit. They are wrong, but anyways, yeah, I genuinely don't really care that, people call it the final swing suit, it's the new red and blue suit. And I completely forgot to cut the tape on the side of the box that's keeping it closed before doing this. But yeah, so I've had this for almost a week before shooting this video, but yeah. So, so newest Spider-Man figure from the MCU, probably the last one as well, unless they do a reversioned or redone version of the Homecoming version or variant, and maybe re-release the Far From Home and No Way Home variants as well. So yeah, and really all I need is the Far From Home or No Way Home variants of the red and black suit from the ending of Far From Home and the beginning of No Way Home. So yeah, and I will be done on the Spider-Man SH Figuarts. But yeah, for now, at the very least, in regards to the MCU films. So yeah. But right on the front here, you get a window seeing the figure. It's a Spider-Man new red and blue suit. You got a picture of Spider-Man right there. The Spider-Man No Way Home logo, Marvel Studios. Stuff in Japanese. Marvel, Tamashii Nations quality. Sticker right there, Tamashii Nations and Bandai. Bandai Namco. And the side right here, SH Figuarts, Spider-Man logo. The name of the figure in a pose. And we got a figure in a swing pose right there, which is pretty cool. And the back right here, I don't know why they put this sticker sideways like that. Of course, the adhesive just makes it stick to the fucking box. Ugh. I know, or I get why they put the sticker there, but why sideways like that? Anyways, yeah, so you got some poses right there. Got a picture that imitates one of the poses from, I know it was a loading screen in the 2018 Spider-Man game. I'm not sure where it comes from, though, specifically. Maybe a comic book panel? But yeah, and him again. I tried to find the box where I have the integrated suit where it has the Tom Holland heads, but I couldn't find it, so I'm just doing this off the cuff because I wanted to show Tom Holland head on this, but yeah, because it doesn't come with one for some reason. But yeah. And then on the bottom, top, and then yeah, so let's get this one out. And he's in a smaller box, similar to the Miles and Spider-Gwen for Across the Spider-Verse figures. And here we go with the figure. Alright. So you get a lot of stuff with him. You got 3 different webs that are clear. One long web, one medium web, and one small web. The thing to dig out, the thing on the back, or I think this is for the eyes, but you can also help dig out the thing on the back for this. And you got an alternate head for him rather than alternate eyes that have the more squinted eyes. And I think I saw someone else's review where they showed that in the Spider-Man heads for this figure, they basically glued them in there for some reason, the eyes, and I'm just like, why? So yeah, so then you got a bunch of different hands, fist hands, open hands, these almost gripping hands, 2 web swinging hands, and this back piece. So yeah. Yeah. So got this figure out. I was thinking of getting the integrated suit variant, but don't really need it. So yeah, this is the same mold, by the way, the same base mold at the very least, just with some details changed as the integrated suit version, which to me makes sense because, like, this is literally Tom Holland Spider-Man in the last scene of No Way Home, weeks to months later, and, they, definitely months later, and, because, this is at, like, Christmas time, just about, because they show the final swing of the movie, like, snow's all around there, there's Christmas decorations up in New York City, and, so that just makes sense to me. So yeah, and I really do love the way that this suit looks. Unfortunately, in the movie itself, you don't get a great look at it. It's always in motion, and on top of that, you could pause the film, go frame by frame to hopefully get a decent still image of it, but like, yeah, it's always moving. It's moving for as long as it's on screen, and on top of that, it's CGI, kind of like how the Stark suit was in Spider-Man Civil War, because they used a different base design for the suit that Tom Holland actually wore when shooting that movie, and then they painted over him with CGI when they had a finalized design in post-production and everything. Then for when they started shooting Homecoming, they had a practical version of the suit that they then used in Far From Home, as well as Avengers Infinity War. So, yeah. But yeah, and as soon as we get Spider-Man 4, I imagine we're going to see this suit, hopefully for a good chunk of the movie, and we don't get Tom Holland Spider-Man again constantly changing suits. I hate that. I hated that in Far From Home. It at least kind of made sense. I don't know, but like, I just want Tom Holland Spider-Man to stick with a Spider-Man suit throughout the entire movie, rather than be forced to change suits, mainly for toy reasons. And that also happened in No Way Home, where he wore the suit from the end of Far From Home, though with the black things on his belt removed. And then, what else? And then he changed into the black and gold suit, which is supposed to be that suit inside out, but it makes no sense as to why that is like that. And then, then he had the integrated suit, and he also had the Iron Spider suit on for a few minutes as well. But then he had this one on, and I think that we should stick with this for at least one movie before we change things up, especially if they're going to do if they're going to attempt the symbiote saga again. But yeah, so here we go. The figure, just seeing it. I feel like the neck is a little too, like, thick. It just looks too thick to me, But yeah. Other than that, I think the proportions are fine for this one. I wish it came with a couple pointing hands like the integrated suit did, because it, to me, just seems like this would go great with the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. Because where I have them right now, I have them pointing at each other on a shelf in my room, so yeah. But yeah, I love a lot of the details on this suit. It looks really cool. The red is nice. I love the shiny metallic blue that they chose for it. The paint that they used has this, like, slight glitter effect as well, or slight glitter in the suit. I like the spider logos. They're pretty good. And I'm glad this has made it into Spider-Man, the Spider-Man 2 game, so that you can actually get a good look at it outside of this Figuart. And I think also the Marvel Legends version of the figure. So, yeah, that's always good. So in terms of articulation, get a good range of movement on the head. Can move in a 360. Can also move, neck you can't quite move in a 360 because it's... Oh, I hate that. that's a similar thing that the integrated suits also had that, and I didn't realize it at first, so I just super glued it onto there, but I do not like that whatsoever. That is just no, I don't like that at all. But yeah, and I thought it was genuinely a defect with it, so I had to get a replacement for that figure and send the other one back. But the second one had it, so I'm just like, ugh. But yeah, because the other head doesn't have the inside neck piece. I hate that. But anyways, especially especially since they glued the lenses into the head, doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, arms can go that far up. Butterfly joints, you can see them. Do a 360 with them. 360 here. Double ball joints for the elbows, which is nice. 360 on the hands as well, as you can go back and forth. Unit range movement on the torso. Legs can go in an almost 90-degree angle. Also go in almost in a 360. Then double ball joints on the knees. Back and forth on the feet. So yeah, and toe joints. So yeah, pretty good range of movements on this figure, like a lot of SH Figuarts have, if not all of them. So yeah, really just kind of disappointed that they didn't include a Tom Holland head, but granted, they probably also assume you got the integrated suit or the Iron Spider suit where they included heads with them. But it would have been nice to get Tom Holland heads with this as well. But yeah, and I assume when they're going to shoot the next, or when they're going to release the next Spider-Man movie, Bandai will re-release this figure, probably with some Tom Holland heads, maybe a few extra parts as well. But we'll see. So yeah, I do like this figure. I think it is really good. I think it's a good Spider-Man figure, especially since it's built off the foundation of the integrated suit. So yeah. So, not much else to say, so link description on my shit, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you guys in the next one.